The A-Team Challenge, a major project of the Foundation for Lee County Public Schools, is produced in partnership with the School District of Lee County, Waterman Broadcasting, and NBC2. This program features high school students in both public and private schools from 6 Southwest Florida counties as they compete in this exciting academic challenge. Lee County High School student interns help produce the show under the direction of the Lee County Schools Communication and Production Department. The A-Team Challenge is brought to you by the Suncoast Credit Union Foundation and a contributing sponsorship by Hodges University.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the A-Team Challenge for 2016. I'm Robert Van Winkle, your host today. Very happy to be invited back for this school year, and we're going to have a great game today, so don't miss it. We're just getting started. The A-Team Challenge is in its 27th year here in Southwest Florida, a partnership between NBC2, the Foundation for Lee County Public Schools, and the Lee County School District. You can watch our games on Comcast Channel 99 or on the internet at our YouTube channel. It's youtube.com/Lee Schools TV. If you can't find it right away, just do a search on YouTube for Lee County Public Schools and you'll find our A-Team games on YouTube this year, something new for you. The A-Team is a single elimination competition. We started off this year with 36 schools in 6 Southwest Florida counties, schools private and public. And students, one reminder, we're going to be answering some great questions today in the following subjects: science, math, arts and humanities, language arts, social studies, and general knowledge question or two. Here's your rule board on the screen here. The A-Team Challenge consists of 3 rounds worth 5, 10, and 20 points respectively. And then in the final exam round, the students will be working together as a group and wagering as much or as little of their scores as they wish. Remember, students, work individually in the first 3 rounds, no help from your neighbors, and you'll be together as a group in the last. Don't forget, there's no penalty for an incorrect answer in those first 3 rounds. Welcome to 2 fine schools today. I think we're going to have a really good match. On my right is Canterbury School. A couple of days ago, you folks were in the hallway under a tornado warning, and now you're here ready to go on the A-Team Challenge, and the weather's much better today. Donahue Academy is on my left here. Donahue Academy, also down in Collier County, with a thunderstorm warning also ripping through there a couple of days ago. So the weather's been pretty interesting around here lately, and maybe there'll be 1 or 2 weather questions. What do you know? I've already read them, so maybe I already know that. Anyway, here we go. It's the A-Team Challenge 5-point round. Get your hands on your buzzers and let's get started. First question for 5 points. In lacrosse, a team that gets a penalty temporarily loses a player. The team with the extra player is said to be on what? Thomas, Donahue.
A power play?
Yeah, that's the term from the hockey game, and it's a power play. 5 points. Donahue starts us off. Henry David Thoreau's most famous book is named for what Massachusetts pond? And Michael M. is in Canterbury.
Walden.
Yeah, that's the pond where he had himself a house on the shore. Walden Pond, 5 points. Canterbury ties it up. Nearly 1,000 objects related to his life were recently auctioned in France. Name this leader of France whose auctioned objects include papers he wrote to practice English on the island of St. Helena. And Thomas, Donahue?
Napoleon.
Yes, that's right. Napoleon Bonaparte, I'll take either one. He also auctioned off his ring that he gave to, they auctioned off the ring he gave to Josephine. 5 points, Donahue Academy. Next for 5. Combining limestone with shale makes the Portland variety of what? Grant, Canterbury.
Portland cement.
Portland cement. It hardens when you add the water. 5 points, Canterbury. Next for 5. Though it allows home buyers to have a smaller down payment, it still annoys many who must pay this fee every month, even though it only benefits the company who still owns the house. Identify this fee that homeowners pay until the equity in their home reaches 20% of the home's current value. And Michael M., Canterbury.
A mortgage.
Can you be more specific? Nope, okay. Donahue, want to give it a shot? Go ahead, Reed.
A home mortgage.
Yeah, no, 2 good tries there, and believe me, in another 20 years, you'll be well familiar with this term. It's a PMI. You folks at home are going, yeah, I hate that. PMI. All right, private mortgage insurance is what that stands for. Next question for 5. In Homer's Odyssey, Odysseus spends 7 of his 10 years trying to get home with what nymph who won't? Grant, Canterbury.
Calypso.
Calypso just won't leave that guy alone. 5 points, Canterbury. Most of it has already been built. The final part under recent discussion would connect Alberta, Canada with Steel City, Nebraska. I want you to identify this oil pipeline. Grant, Canterbury.
Keystone XL.
That's the Keystone Pipeline, eventually possibly getting oil all the way from Canada to the Gulf of Mexico. 5 points, Canterbury. She invites everyone to join in dancing the seguidilla and drinking manzanilla at the end of Lila's Pastia, especially the soldier who ditches his girlfriend Michaela for this cigarette maker and even goes to jail for her. Name this Spanish gypsy and title character who ruins the soldier. C.J. Donahue.
Carmen.
Carmen. Very good. 5 points, Donahue. Next is a math question. First one of the game. It's on your screen. Look at your screen and get started. Give the three factors of the polynomial x cubed plus 7x squared minus 8x. I want three factors. 18 challenge games give the students a little extra time for math questions. We also provide them with calculators, paper, and pencil. All right, apparently not enough extra time there. The three factors I was looking for were x, x minus 1, and x plus 8. All right, next question for 5. Mozart's 41st and last symphony has the nickname of what mythological god? All right, a music question there. It's this Jupiter Symphony, the Jupiter Symphony. If you haven't heard it, go hear it. It's fantastic. Name the two U.S. states whose border between them is marked by the Big Sioux River, a tributary of the Missouri. That's a hard geography question. That's a tough one. The Midwest, Upper Midwest, South Dakota and Iowa. All right, next question for 5. Found in both cork and in vascular tissue, it can grow into either xylem or phloem cells to help in secondary growth. Name this specific type of meristem tissue located between a plant's xylem and phloem. All right, another tough question. Cambium, the cambium. And I bet you, I saw a couple heads nod. You probably knew that one. All right, so there we go. We've got a tight game here. Donahue Academy at 15 points, Canterbury School at 20. It's anybody's game right now, of course. We're just getting started. Let's introduce you to the players at Canterbury School before we take our first break. Position number 1, welcome to Grant Buzashi. Grant is a junior this year, and he would like to go to Reed College out in Oregon, and has an undecided idea for a major as yet. Grant, welcome to you. Michael Morrell is next. Michael is a sophomore, and Michael would like to go into pre-med after he finishes at Canterbury. Michael, good luck to you in the future. Back row, we've got another Michael, and you might hear me as the game progresses calling one Michael A, one Michael M. This is Michael Asorian, so that'll be Michael A right there. He's a sophomore, still undecided about where to go to college, but he would like to study pre-med. And rounding out the team is Madhava Pauli. Madhava is a sophomore this year, also as yet undecided plans after Canterbury, but will be likely going into the medicine field as well. All right, so Madhava, Michael, and Grant under the coaching of Bill Loughran at Canterbury School. Bill Loughran's been with us for a number of years, and he's always got a good team with us at the A-Team Challenge. We'll be back to introduce you to Donahue Academy in just a minute.
2 pennies by themselves don't add up to much. But when you're a Suncoast member, every time you swipe your Suncoast credit or debit card, Suncoast donates 2 cents to help children's programs where you live. That means Suncoast members help make their community a better place every day just by buying things with their cards. And when we add all those pennies from all those Suncoast card swipes together, we can give millions of dollars to our children's future. Visit suncoastcreditunion.com and learn how much Suncoast could save you.
Hi, my name is Marshall Bauer, and I'm proud to say I'm the Executive Director of the Foundation for Lee County Public Schools. The Foundation has as its mission engaging the business community and the community at large with our students and teachers in the public school system. Through our many initiatives and programs, we enhance and enrich what is already going on in our public school system. The goal in mind is the same goal that the school district has: to make Lee County Public Schools a world-class school system. It is important that the community understand that our students will be competing in a global market. And in order for them to succeed, they need the backing of the entire community. So please reach out to a student, to a teacher, and help the foundation succeed in its mission. Thank you.
All right, welcome back to the A-Team Challenge. I promised you a good game today. So far, the students are delivering, so this is going to be fun. Canterbury School versus Donahue Academy. Let's introduce you to the players here at Donahue Academy. Position 1, no stranger to the A-Team. C.J. Smith is a senior this year, so this will be his last year. He's off to the University of Central Florida, and C.J., I think it's said every year that you want to study engineering, so that hasn't changed. Good luck to you in the future. Next to C.J., another familiar face at the A-Team is Thomas. This is Thomas Dauphiné. Thomas, also a senior this year. He would like to go to Ave Maria University and study the classics and business. Sounds fantastic. Good luck, Thomas. In the back row is Reed Law, a junior this year, new to the team. He wants to head to the Naval Academy. He's already got the haircut for it, and he'll be going to study pre-med. And the final spot, this is Mark. Mark Scheck is a senior this year. Mark would like to go to Notre Dame and study engineering and aerospace engineering. All right, so Mark, Reed, Thomas, and CJ under the coaching of Ms. Gretel Smith at Ave Maria's Donahue Academy. All right, welcome to both teams. Here we go, guys. We're going to do our 10-point round. Hands on your buzzers. Here we go. Named for the fur trader who built a fort there in 1831, it grew during the Black Hills Gold Rush of the late 1800s and became the state capital in 1890. Identify this city, located about midway between the larger cities of Rapid City and Sioux Falls. C.J. Donahue. Pierre, South Dakota is the proper response. 10 points, Donahue. Next for 10. A Dutch scientist first saw it in 1911 when he lowered the temperature of liquid mercury to just 4 Kelvin and found that the resistance of the mercury suddenly dropped to 0. Give the common term for this concept of low resistance at low temperature. Good. Michael M., give it a shot.
Viscosity.
That's a really good try. Nope, sorry. Donahue, you want a shot? Anybody? Won't hurt. Reed?
The triple point.
Both two good guesses. Nope, superconductivity is what I was looking for. Next for 10. He won the Booker Prize for the first of his Sea Trilogy novels called Rites of Passage. Yet he is far better known for his very first novel about a group of boys on a deserted island after a plane crash. Name this British author whose characters, Jack and Piggy, are featured in his novel, Madhava.
You said the author or the title of the book?
I need the author.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay. That's all right. No harm, no foul. Donahue, Jack and Piggy are featured in his novel, Lord of the Flies. Were you going to give me Lord of the Flies? Yeah, okay. Who wrote it? That's what we don't know, right? Golding, Sir William Golding. That's okay. Good that you knew the book. Next question for 10. After the 2014 elections, members of Congress returned to Washington for a short time, even those who were leaving Congress for good after that term was over. Give this 2-word term for a politician whose successor has already been chosen. Grant, Canterbury.
Lame duck.
He's a lame duck. That is correct. 10 points, Canterbury. Next for 10. Originally made in 1939, its reels often featured tourist attractions and contained pictures that were shown simultaneously in sets to allow a sort of 3D vision experience. Name this classic Mattel toy being reimagined in 2000. C.J. Donahue.
Would it be a Viewmaster?
Yeah, it's being reimagined in 2015 as an experience reel and an app. That's a very cool thing. Viewmaster, 10 points, Donahue. Next for 10. Today, it exists as part of Greece, but anciently it was a city-state where Dionysus was born. The poet Pindar was raised, and Hercules got married. Name this ancient city whose kings include Cadmus, Laios, and Oedipus. C.J. Donahue.
Athens?
Good try. Nope, sorry. Canterbury. All right, Michael M.
Thebes.
Yeah, Thebes. That's the one. 10 points. Canterbury. Good job. All right, next for 10. Listen up. The man on whom this movie is based recently died after writing about his experiences running in the 1936 Olympics, being shot down in World War II, and spending 47 days on a raft, and then spending more than 2.5 years in a Japanese POW camp. Name the New York Times best-selling book by Laura Michael M. Canterbury.
Unbroken.
Unbroken, or the title of the movie. Correct? 10 points, Canterbury. Its official rules explain how to serve correctly, as well as the expedite system that quickly finishes any game lasting more than 10 minutes. Name this popular game, sometimes played in your basement. Michael M.
Table tennis.
Yep, table tennis. That's not really a valid thing for Florida since we don't have basements, but they put them in the basement up north. 10 points, Canterbury, you're right. All right, next for 10. Scientists studying this island say there's no single reason explaining why it has more than 600 species of animals that, Michael M., Canterbury.
The Galapagos.
No, sorry, maybe a little too soon. Donahue. The only animals that live there, including about half of the world's chameleons. Name this island off the coast of Africa, whose capital city is Antananarivo. CJ.
Madagascar?
Madagascar, 10 points, Donahue. All right, we've got another question for you on your screen. If you take a look at that, the math question reads, Polly stands on the ground and looks up at a straight line 24 feet at a 60-degree angle and sees a rare bird in a tree. How far is Polly from the base of the tree? Thomas Donahue.
12 feet.
Good job, Thomas. 12 feet is exactly right. And I know Canterbury was right behind. I saw the pencils moving. Next, you got 10 to Donahue. Next for 10. Give the term for the time of night your parents tell you you have to be home by, or else. CJ Donahue.
Curfew?
That's your curfew. 10 points, Donahue. Selma, a city that saw the beginning of a 54-mile civil rights march in 1965 that ended in the city of Montgomery, is located in what southern state? CJ Donahue.
Alabama.
That's Alabama. 10 for Donahue. All right, and that takes you up to, maybe that score will change, I haven't been watching, but anyway, on your screen you can see the scores there, still pretty tight game. When we come back, we've got our 20-point round, and historically, those are the most fun because a couple of questions answered right gets 40 points on the board. We'll be back to see how it plays out coming up.
Our schools are faced with increasing budgetary challenges. Now, there's an easy way for all of us to support education. By purchasing a License for Learning plate and renewing it each year, $20 are contributed to our schools to help our children. Support the License for Learning campaign. If you've got a car, get involved. For more information, call the Foundation for Lee County Public Schools, 239-337-0433. Get involved.
The A-Team Challenge, a major project of the Foundation for Lee County Public Schools, is provided in partnership with the School District of Lee County and Waterman Broadcasting.
This is a great game of the A-Team Challenge. Thanks for watching. We've got Donahue Academy at 75 points, Canterbury right behind, nipping on the heels at 60. Now each question is worth 20 points. All right, guys, let's see how many we can do in this round. Here we go. Give me the Spanish word for gold. Thomas Donahue.
Auto?
No, sorry, incorrect. Canterbury. Michael M.
Dorado.
No, sorry, incorrect. Dorado is the color. Auto is the mispronunciation. It's oro. Oro, O-R-O. That's okay, no harm, no foul. Next point for 20. Which variety of tomato plant shares its two-word name with a variety of a green apple that's often used in apple pies? CJ Donahue.
Red Delicious?
That's a good guess, but that's not the apple I need, or the tomato plant I need. Canterbury. Did you know there was a Granny Smith tomato plant? Who knew? Next question for 20. Here we go. You might want to write a couple of notes while I read this on your paper and pencil, which I've provided you. Combine 2 moles of calcium hydroxide with 2 moles of phosphoric acid, H3PO4. The result is 2 moles of calcium phosphate, CaHPO4, and how many moles of water? All right, Thomas got in. Donahue.
1.
No, sorry, Thomas, incorrect. Canterbury? Michael M.
2.
Nope. We had to get up to 4. 4 is what I needed. All right, no harm, no foul there. 20 points for the next question. In the classic painting Impression, sunrise, the sky at the top is what color and shrouded in mist? CJ, you're in just in time.
Gray.
No, not gray. Good guess. Canterbury? Good try. Give it a shot. Pick a color, Grant.
Green.
Nope, not green. Orange. Orange. Next question for 20. Name the classic American novel that contains the line, "There are many Beths in the world, shy and quiet, sitting in corners till needed." CJ Donahue.
Little Women.
Yes, Little Women. Very good. There was a lot more to that question, but I'll give it to you now for 20 points. Good job. For hundreds of years, it connected China with Eastern Europe by way of the Middle East. Identify, Thomas Donahue.
The Silk Road.
Yeah, I want you to identify the route, the trade route, named after that material from the worms. Silk Road, 20 points, Donahue. Next for 20. She is said to have caused an olive tree to grow on the Acropolis. Grant.
Athena.
Say again?
Athena.
Athena is the one that made the olive tree grow. 20 points, Canterbury. Give the generic term starting with P that means rain, snow, and all. CJ Donahue.
Precipitation.
There's the weather question. Ding, 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 ding. Yes, 20 points, Donahue Academy. Good job. Name the medieval British poet considered the first to write in English, who was CJ Donahue.
That'd be Geoffrey Chaucer.
That was Chaucer, right. He also wrote the set of 24 Canterbury Tales. 20 points, Donahue. Next, 420. It can absorb neutrons in a nuclear reactor, but can cause physical damage over time if breathed in by workers in the plastic and solar panel industry. Name this metallic element, often combined with nickel in rechargeable batteries. And Michael M.
Lithium.
No, Michael, good try. I'm sorry, it's not lithium. Donahue, CJ.
Be magnesium.
Nope, I've got cadmium. I need cadmium. That's all right. Next for 20. Its first meeting was in February 1790 in New York City. The following year, it moved to Philadelphia. In the years after the Civil War, it met in what is now the old Senate chamber until getting its own building in 1935. Identify this group of judges and 8 associate, Grant Canterbury.
Supreme Court.
The Supreme Court. 20 points, Canterbury. Hikers traveling around this country's Annapurna Mountains were recently caught in a big storm. The storm, caused by a cyclone that hit part of India, occurred in what small Asian country whose border with China? CJ Donahue.
Nepal.
Yeah, that's the one. The capital is Kathmandu, Nepal. 20 points, Donahue. Give the word that came to English from Dutch for a pretend duck used by duck hunters to attract CJ Donahue.
Decoy.
Decoy starts with a D, and it came from Dutch to English. Correct. 20 points, Donahue. British scientist Thomas Young used 2 slits to show that light patterns could interfere with each other. Thus, light can be treated as a particle. Grant Canterbury.
And a wave.
A wave, that's correct. A particle in some cases, and as what in others. And the wave is right. 20 points, Canterbury. Da Vinci's famous Mona Lisa was painted in what Italian city in the early 1500s, and it's a city famed for Renaissance art? Grant Canterbury.
Florence.
Firenze, Florence, correct. 20 points under the buzzer there. Good job for Canterbury catching up like that. And Donahue's still out ahead at 195. So it'll all come down to your wagers, which you'll need to think about now pretty closely. The final category is in the subject of, and I've got it right here, math. Math is the final category. Make your wagers accordingly. And when we come back, we'll have the exciting conclusion of Game 7 of the A-Team Challenge.
This one's packed with hope. This one's packed with big dreams. This one's packed with inspiration. It may look like a simple brown bag lunch, but it's really a big way to make a difference. That's because when you become a Take Stock in Children mentor, It takes just 1 hour a week to make an impact that can't be measured. Change a life over lunch. Become a mentor today.
Paint Stock in Children is a major program of the Foundation for Lee County Public Schools. For more information on how you can become a mentor, call 239-337-0433 or email info@leeschoolfoundation.org.
Two pennies by themselves don't add up to much. But when you're a Suncoast member, every time you swipe your Suncoast credit or debit card, Suncoast donates 2 cents to help children's programs where you live. That means Suncoast members help make their community a better place every day just by buying things with their cards. And when we add all those pennies from all those Suncoast card swipes together, we can give millions of dollars to our children's future. Visit suncoastcreditunion.com and learn how much Suncoast could save you.
Hi everybody, welcome back to the final exam round of the A-Team Challenge, and we are going to find out who the winner is, and we'll be moving on to round 2 in just a minute. Before I do that, let me introduce you to some of the alternates. First on the Canterbury side, we have 2 gentlemen here in the back row. In the middle is Gavin. Gavin Mead is a senior this year. He wants to go off to Hamilton up north and study pre-med. And next to me right here close is Sam Turner. Sam is headed off to UCF and would like to study psychology. So welcome to you guys, Sam and Gavin. On the Donahue side, we have Joseph right here next to me. Joseph Pakaluk is a sophomore this year. He went on to head to Ave Maria and study medicine and medical science, that is. And in the back in the middle there with the beautiful blonde hair is Caroline. Caroline Sakuda is a sophomore and undecided plans after high school at the present time. All right, so again, thank you both teams for making this a good, exciting A-Team Challenge game. The final question is going to come up on your screen. This is what the students have been working on. Kind of a lengthy, wordy question, so I'm not going to read the whole thing. But in the category of math, this is, of course, some questions that we want to ask you related to how to solve and do some math problems. We want a small group of people that you can't study all of, and what you would get if you could study the whole group. So that's the first one. Second one is what you create. You create this type of a smaller group by giving everyone in the large group an equal chance of being selected. And the third one, we want the name for a generic term for the specific thing you want information on from a small group, such as income, family size, or religion. So let's put up the answers. These are the answers that I would like to see on your sheets. A sample, a random sample, and a parameter in C. All right, we're going to start with Canterbury. Canterbury came in at 140 points. Canterbury, it looks like we gave you credit for the second one, random sampling. You got a focus group for the first one wasn't right, and data at the second, so we'll have to give you an incorrect on your score. You wagered 100 points. That brings you down to 40. Donahue Academy, looks like you missed the last 2 as well. You got a lottery and test for your answers on that. That's not right. Sample was the first one. You did get that right. Now, Donahue, you came in with 195. You only wagered 40. That brings you down to 155. Let's give them a hand. Donahue Academy will be moving on to the next round. Okay, guys, let's show some good sportsmanship. Get up, shake each other's hands. Thank you for watching the A-Team Challenge.